About the Shaykh Suhaib, he is born in India, but brought up and educated in Pakistan. After completing Islamic and Arabic studies and English language studies, he joined the newly set Islamic University at Medina in Saudi for higher studies in the Faculty of Sharia. He studied under a galaxy of prominent scholars such as Shaykh bin Baz, rahimahullah, Muhammad Amin al-Shanqiti, rahimahullah, Muhammad Nasruddin al-Albani, rahimahullah, and later his father, Shaykh Abdul Ghaffar Hasan. After graduating in 1966, he began his career as a teacher and worked in Islamic Dawah in Nairobi, Kenya, on behalf of Darul Ifta. In 1976, he moved to London, where he engaged in Islamic Dawah, especially through the Forum of Al-Quran Society. Currently, he is the chairman of Masjid and Madrasa Tawheed Trust and secretary of the Islamic Sharia Council of Great Britain. Now, Shaykh Jazallah Khair will start his lecture.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن خير الكلام كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذ قال عيسى ابن مريم يا بني إسرائيل إني رسول الله إليكم مصدقا لما بين يدي من التوراة ومبشرا برسول يأتي من بعد اسمه أحمد فلما جاءهم بالبينات قالوا هذا سحر مبين. أيها الإخوة والأخوات في الإسلام, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, our previous speaker, my good friend Brother Adnan, has spoken about the cordial relations we should maintain with the Christian and the Jews known as Ahlul Kitab, and I totally agree with it, because out of all the nations of the world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked us, has allowed us to have these type of good relations with Ahlul Kitab, even to marry among them, and even if they got slaughtered zabiha, to eat from that zabiha. So, as far as having good relations, there is no difference of opinion about that. And I got good memories of that as well. In 2005, I think I went to Palestine to visit Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, and you can go there if you got a British passport with you. You can easily enter that country. So I remember my first experience in Tel Aviv. I went with my wife, we got a taxi, and the driver was an Arab driver. So when I said Bismillah, sitting in the car, he said, oh, something good you have said. So I was very much relieved that I got a brother sitting next to me. Then we start speaking in Arabic, and I discovered that he is not a Muslim, he is a Jewish. He is a Jewish. So in the course of our discussion, I said to him, man, you are Arab, you speak Arabic. So, did you read Quran? Because Quran is in Arabic. So he said, he knew my name by that time. He said, Mr. Hassan, you are asking me that, did I read Quran? Tawrat is my book. I did not read Quran, I did not read Tawrat. So how could you expect me to read the Quran? I said, then what type of Jews you are? You did not even read your own book, Tawrat? Then he said to me these words, Dr. Hasan, a Jew is not by Tawrat, a Jew is by the land. By the land. This is how he indicated to me that how important it is for them, that land. Anyhow, he was a very jolly fellow, very good fellow, and he brought me safe and sound, brought two of us to Jerusalem, and he has to find out the hotel as well. And that was a very, very good experience which I got there. So we should have good relations with them. There is no doubt about that. What I am going to mention here, these are the things which are either historical, the Jewish history, the Christian history, or something which we read in the Quran about their beliefs. We read in ahadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam about the prophecies which are going to be fulfilled, which are going to happen in the future. So these are theological debates, and each religion got its own beliefs, its own rituals, and they speak about that. And this is why I think that if I speak about those things, then there is nothing wrong with that. People should know about that. Even they should know about that as well. My topic is the second coming of Sayyidina al-Masih alayhi salam. That is my topic. All these three followers of these three major religions, I mean the Jews, the Christians and Muslims, they all wait for Sayyidina al-Masih. All of them waiting for him, for their own reasons. The Jewish people, they are waiting for him. Why? As you know that in their long history, 1,000 years history, that is before the coming of Isa alayhi salam, they have been subjected to invasions in Palestine. Their temple was destroyed by Nabuchodonosor. In Arabic, he is known as Bukhtu-Nusr, the king of Babylonia, which is Iraq. And it was about 586 BC. That man who plundered the country, who devastated the temple of Solomon, and then he brought the Jews in the captivity of Babylonia for 70 years. For 70 years. They were in the captivity of Babylonia. They were waiting for someone to liberate them, to bring them the dignity and honor. They were waiting for Messiah. So, since that time, they were waiting for Messiah. That is another thing, that when Messiah came to them in Palestine, they rejected him. They rejected him. And even they were the people who were so influential to approach the Roman commander or the Roman rulers to get him killed. This is their history. And the Christians, they are waiting for him as well. Why? Because when Sayyidina al-Masih alayhi salam came to this world, he lived there for about 33 years. And then according to their belief, he was crucified. He died. And then he was lifted to the heaven. So he was not able to establish any divine state or any divine authority in the land. And they believe that he is going to come to establish that divine rule. But for that establishment of the divine rule, they need one thing. They know that the temple of Solomon has been devastated and destroyed completely. So the first primary condition is that the temple of Solomon should be erected once again. And that is the reason they are cooperating with the Jews. Why? Because once the temple is created there, then Sayyidina al-Masih is going to come. Muslims are waiting also for Sayyidina al-Masih for two reasons. What is the first reason? The first reason is that Sayyidina al-Masih alayhi salam is a Rasul. He is not just a Nabi. He got a higher status, that is Rasul. And there is a difference between the Prophet, Nabi, and Rasul, the messenger. A slight difference. There were so many Anbiya who came, but among those Anbiya, there were some people who were known to be Rasul of higher status. And among them, among all these Rasuls, there were 5 who were known as Ulul Azm. Fasbir kama sabara Ulul Azm min al-Rusul. So these Ulul Azm, the people with resolution, there were 5. Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So they were Rasul. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised something for Rasul. He did not promise for Anbiya. كتب الله لأغلبن أنا ورسلي إن الله قوي عزيز in Surah Al-Mujadila. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed that I would be dominant and my Rasul would be dominant. Why? إن الله قوي عزيز. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is qawi, is strong, is aziz, is dominant. So this dominance is promised to Rasul. The Rasul is not going to be killed. Because if he is killed, he is not being dominant. So, this is why we see in the course of the history that all those Rasul like Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, he was saved with the believers in the boat or in the ark. And the rejectors, they were all drowned. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, he was saved after he crossed the Red Sea. Pharaoh and his armies, they were all drowned. In the very same way, you can speak about Sayyidina Hud alayhi salam, Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam. And this happened to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as well. People of Makkah wanted to kill him. They besieged his house. They were just waiting for him to come out so they can all collectively kill him. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them asleep. And our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam passed through them in the early hours of the night. And they even did not realize that he has gone away. And then he came to Al-Madinah. And then in these major battles like Badr and Uhud and Khandaq, what happened to the non-believers? They were killed by the swords of the Muslims. And those who remained on the day of the conquest of Makkah, all of them, they became Muslim. So the complete dominance was approved in the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But did it happen to Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam? No, it did not happen. Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam is Rasul. Was he dominance? No. Was he killed? Because if he was killed, then he is no more Rasul. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about Anbiya, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَكْفُرُونَ بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ وَيَقْتُلُونَ النَّبِيِّينَ بِغَيْرِ حَقٍّ وَيَقْتُلُونَ الَّذِينَ يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْقِسْطِ مِنَ النَّاسِ وَبَشِّرْهُم بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ وَيَقْتُلُونَ النَّبِيِّينَ بِغَيْرِ حَقٍّ. In another ayah, وَيَقْتُلُونَ الْأَنْبِيَاءَ بِغَيْرِ الْحَقِّ. They used to, Israelites, they used to kill Al-Anbiya, they used to kill Nabiyyin. It did not say about Rasul that they used to kill Rasul. So, among Anbiya, Zakaria alayhi salam was killed. His son Yahya alayhi salam was killed. So that promise is only for Rasuls. So Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, one thing is proved from this statement that he was not killed. And this is what Quran has said, which I am going to read later, that he was not killed. But as far as dominance is concerned, it did not happen. When it is going to happen? In his second coming. In his second coming. When he is going to come for a certain mission, and that is to kill the impostor Messiah, which is known as the Dajjal. So that is one reason. And the second reason for which Sayyidina al-Masih alayhi salam would come there has been a great lie about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which has lasted for thousands of years, which is still there. There are thousands and thousands of people who support that lie. Communism was a lie as well, but it lasted only for 70 years. And then people have seen the fallacy of communism. But this lie that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala got a son, that lie is still there. People look at big countries like America, like Canada, like Australia. They still say the same thing about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He got His son. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so concerned about this. See the wording which are used by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for such things. In Surah Maryam, وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَلَدًا لَقَدْ جِئْتُمْ شَيْئًا إِدًّا تَكَادُ السَّمَاوَاتُ يَتَفَطَّرْنَ مِنْهُ وَتَنشَقُّ الْأَرْضُ وَتَخِرُّ الْجِبَالُ حَدًّا أَنْ دَعَوْا لِلرَّحْمَنِ وَلَدًا وَمَا يَنْبَغِي لِلرَّحْمَنِ أَنْ يَتَّخِذَ وَلَدًا. And they have said that Rahman has taken a child. Oh, you have brought something most monstrous thing which we have said. Such a monstrous thing that skies are ready to be burst open. Earth is about to split asunder, and mountains are about to fall down because of this saying, fall down in utter ruins. That they said that Rahman has taken a child. وَمَا يَنْبَغِي لِلرَّحْمَنِ أَنْ يَتَّخِذَ وَلَدًا. It is not consonant with Rahman to take a child. See, such serious statement by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not like this. Said, how dare you can say such thing, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala got a son. Let me here just mention a simple question which I ask my students, children, especially children. I said, which surah got the word Rahman? In which surah it has occurred many times? And the children would, at once they will lift their finger. Yes. What? They say Surah Ar-Rahman. Man, Surah Rahman, only one time it is mentioned. Ar-Rahman, Allama al-Quran, Khalaq al-Insan, Allamahu al-Bayan. Only once. Which surah got 16 times Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman? That is Surah Maryam. The surah which I am reading. 16 times Ar-Rahman. So these are, so Sayyidina al-Masih al-Islam is going to come to negate this theory, to falsify that claim that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has got a son. No. Then everybody is going to believe in him, that he is just Sayyidina al-Masih al-Islam, Abdullahi wa Rasuluh. He is the slave of Allah and the messenger of Allah. So coming to my topic, when I say that he is going to come, in Arabic it is nuzul, descent of Masih. So you can't prove descent until you prove that he has been lifted alive, which is known in Arabic as ar-rafa'. So the first is ar-rafa', and then comes nuzul. I am going to take only few ayat, because there are so many ayat about rafa' and so many other proofs about nuzul. So let us take the first ar-rafa'. The ayah of Surah Al-Imran. إِنَّ مَثَلَ عِيسَىٰ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ كَمَثَلِ آدَمَ خَلَقَهُ مِنْ تُرَابٍ ثُمَّ قَالَ لَهُ كُنْ فَيَكُونَ. The example of Isa alayhi salam with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is like the example of Adam. He created him out of clay, then he said to him, be, and he was. Now, this example is about, or is an answer to those people who said that how Isa alayhi salam was created without a father. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, look at Adam. Adam alayhi salam was created without father, without mother. So if that is possible, this is possible as well. But what I want to say here, which is related to my subject, that Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam was in an elevated place, in Al-Jannah, and then he descended. He descended to our planet, this earth. In the same way, if we believe that Sayyidina Al-Masih alayhi salam has been lifted alive and he is in Al-Jannah now, and he is going to come back, he is going to descend, it is possible, just like it was possible for Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. The second ayah, this ayah is a longer ayah of Surah An-Nisa 158, which gives all the allegations made by the Jews against Isa alayhi salam. وَقَوْلِهِمْ إِنَّا قَتَلْنَا الْمَسِيحَ عِيسَى ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ وَإِنَّ الَّذِينَ اخْتَلَفُوا فِيهِ لَفِي شَكٍّ مِّنْهُ مَا لَهُمْ بِهِ مِنْ عِلْمٍ إِلَّا اتِّبَاعَ الظَّنِّ وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ يَقِينًا بَلْ رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَزِيزًا حَكِيمًا. And they said that we have killed Al-Messiah, they killed Messiah, Isa, the son of Maryam, the messenger of Allah. No, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا they did not kill him, they did not crucify him. Why killing and crucifixion both are mentioned? Because killing could be in any way. Because they believe that he was put on the cross and then he died. So this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said very specifically, they did not kill him, they did not put him on the cross at all. وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ. Does not say وَلَكِنْ اشْتَبَهَ لَهُمْ. Our brother who is an Arab brother, he knows the difference between ishtabaha and shubbiha. Ishtabaha means that they got some doubt about it. Doubt. No. Shubbiha lahum. That his shabah, his similarity is placed upon someone else. Someone else got the similarity of Messiah and he was taken by the Roman commander, the Roman ruler, and he was the one who was put on the cross. So, Sayyidina Al-Masih alayhi salam was not put on the cross. He was lifted alive, as it is saying in the very same ayah. Someone else was, yes, he was put on the cross, but he was someone else. Who was that person? According to one narration, Sayyidina Al-Masih alayhi salam has said to his disciple, who is going to be like me, to take my similarity and be killed, and he would be with me in Jannah. He said 3 times. And then someone offers himself to be in his place. That is one narration which is in Islamic sources. But there is the other one, I think, which is more appropriate, that the person who betrayed Sayyidina Al-Masih alayhi salam, who brought the Romans to catch him, that person deserves to be crucified. That was Judah Iscariot, Yehuda al-Iskariyuti. That Judah, this person, he got Shabah or similarity of Masih alayhi salam. He was the one who was caught by them, who was put on the cross. And why we say that even in Bible, after the story of Isa alayhi salam, that he was lifted alive to the heaven, there is no mention of Judah. No mention. Where did he go? How did he die? Nothing about him. So Judah might be the person who was given his shabah, his similarity. And then he says, وَإِنَّ الَّذِينَ اخْتَلَفُوا فِيهِ لَفِي شَكٍّ مِّنْهُ. Those people who got dispute about him, now they got so many ikhtilaf, difference of opinion. مَا لَهُمْ بِهِ مِنْ عِلْمٍ. They got no knowledge. إِلَّا اتِّبَاعَ الظَّنِّ. Just following the speculations. وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ يَقِينًا. But this is something very established. They did not kill him. Yaqina, it is sure they did not kill him. Then what happened to him? Bal rafahu Allahu ilayh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken him, has lifted him towards him. See, the word in Arabic is called sila, ila. The word ila, towards him. Because some people would say to you, no, rafa means to elevate someone in ranks. That is also, no, warafana laka zikrak, warafana laka zikrak. and we have elevated you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in ranks, your remembrance. So they say Rafa also means to elevate in the ranks. We say mostly in Al-Quran, it is for, this word is for physical Rafa, for physical lifting. وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ مِنَ الْبَيْتِ وَإِسْمَاعِيلُ رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ مِنَ الْبَيْتِ. When Ibrahim and Ismail, they were raising the foundations of Al-Kaaba. That is physical raising. وَرَفَعْنَاهُ مَكَانًا عَلِيًّا وَرَفَعْنَاهُ مَكَانًا عَلِيًّا. And we have raised him to a very high place. Who was that prophet who was raised? Apart from Masih alayhi salam? No, this ayah of Surah Maryam. وَرَفَعْنَاهُ مَكَانًا عَلِيًّا. Idris alayhi salam. Among all the prophets, Idris alayhi salam was the one who was raised alive to the heaven. And this theory is very fascinating, that, and I think that is very, very appropriate, that Idris alayhi salam is none but Ilyas. None but Ilyas alayhi salam. Because if you know that Idris alayhi salam and Ilyas alayhi salam, they are both mentioned in the Quran but not anywhere in the same text. If Idris is mentioned in Surah Al-An'am, 18 prophets are mentioned, 18 prophets and Rasul. Idris is mentioned, there is no Ilyas there. In Surah Al-Anbiya, 17 prophets are mentioned. The story of 17 prophets. Idris is mentioned, no Ilyas. In Surah Al-Safat, the story of Ilyas, Salamun ala Ilyasin. Story of Ilyas is mentioned, no Idris at all. And it is said about Ilyas alayhi salam that he used to say to the people, don't worship Baal, the deity of Baal. That was Baal-Abak. Baal, that was the area of Syria which is now known as Lebanon. So he was telling them, don't worship Baal. So they wanted to persecute him, to kill him, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this way saved him. وَرَفَعْنَاهُ مَكَانًا عَلِيًّا. So physical Rafa is mentioned. And this physical Rafa means lifting. This is also mentioned in the other ayah of Surah Ali Imran, and that is the third ayah. إِذْ قَالَ اللَّهُ يَا عِيسَىٰ إِنِّي مُتَوَفِّيكَ وَرَافِعُكَ إِلَيَّ وَمُطَهِّرُكَ مِنَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَجَاعِلُ الَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوكَ فَوْقَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِلَىٰ يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ ثُمَّ إِلَيَّ مَرْجِعُكُمْ فَأَحْكُمُ بَيْنَكُمْ فِيمَا كُنْتُمْ فِيهِ تَخْتَلِفُونَ. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya Isa, O Isa, inni mutawaffika, I am going to take you as a whole. I am take you as a whole person, body and soul. وَرَافِعُكَ إِلَيَّ, and I am going to lift you towards me. Ilayya, towards me. وَمُطَهِّرُكَ مِنَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, I am going to purify you from those people who rejected you. وَجَاعِلُ الَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوكَ فَوْقَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِلَىٰ يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ, and those people who followed you, I am going to make them above those people who rejected you till the day of judgment. ثُمَّ إِلَيَّ مَرْجِعُكُمْ, then you will come back to me, and then I am going to decide among you in all those matters in which you disputed. So here it is very clear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that I am going to lift you towards me. But some people would say, no, man, you are wrong. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the beginning, Inni mutawaffika. First he said, Inni mutawaffika. And mutawaffika means wafat. Wafat means death. That I am going to cause you die. So it means you will die first. And then, Rafi'uka ilayya. Then I am going to lift you towards the heaven. They say this. And this, some factions or some people like the followers of Mirza Ghulam Muhammad Qadian, they always propagate this thing, that he died. He did not die on the cross. But they say that he did not die on the cross, but he escaped the death, and then he started traveling. And where did he end up in the end? He ended up in Kashmir. Why? Because there is a grave called the grave of Isa Sahib. The grave of Isa Sahib. Now you see that in our countries, India and Pakistan, there are so many graves of Isa. So many people are named as Isa. So does it mean that this was Isa alayhi salam who was buried there? He only said so, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani, because if he does not prove that he has died, then who is going to believe in him? Because he claimed that he is Messiah. He claimed that he is Messiah. But if we believe that Messiah is going to come or to descend from heaven, then there is no room for him. So to understand this word mutawaffi, remember that this is a word, tawaffa is a word which got three meanings. And with the text itself, or the context, you understand what meaning is here in that text. So tawaffa got, first meaning is to take something as a whole. In Arabic, if you have given someone a loan and you got back this loan, all of it, you can say tawaffaitu dain. I took my loan back completely. Tawaffa. That is, you see, tawaffa means to take something completely. And very interestingly, in Surah Al-Imran, it is coming after the mention of death, showing that there are two different words. Kullu nafsin ra'iqatul maut. See? Kullu nafsin ra'iqatul maut. Every nafs is going to taste death. And then? Innama tuwaffawna ujurakum yawmal qiyamah. And you are going to be given your ujur, your rewards completely on the day of judgment. So tuwaffawna, the word tuwaffawna is coming after death. So it is not death always. Tuwaffawna means to give something or to take something completely. Other two meanings are sleep, naum. And the third meaning is wafat, death. So you have to see the context. Now the best ayah to understand it is the ayah of Surah Zumar. Allahu yatawaffal anfusa hina mawtiha wallati lam tamut fi manamiha فيمسك التي قضى عليها الموت ويرسل الأخرى إلى أجل مسمى الله يتوفى الأنفس حين موتها. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes the souls, nafs is soul, takes the souls hina mawtiha, at the time of death, so it is death, hina mawtiha. Secondly, wallati lam tamut fi manamiha, and the person who is not meant to die yet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes his soul as well in his sleep. فَيُمْسِكُ الَّتِي قَضَى عَلَيْهِ الْمَوْتِ. So the person who was meant to die, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will retain his soul. You can't go back now. وَيُرْسِلُ الْأُخْرَى إِلَىٰ أَجَلٍ مُسَمَّى. And the other one, who was not meant to die, who was still asleep, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send it back. So it means that tawaffa, the word tawaffa here, is applied to both meanings, wafat and naum. What is the interpretation of the dreams? What is dreams? What are dreams? You are asleep. Your soul is roaming everywhere. Now you are in your sleep. You are in America. Next jump, you are at the moon. You see, the soul is roaming so swiftly. This is how, because soul is let loose. It got a biological connection with the body. So body is breathing, but the soul is looking at so many things. And our Prophet ﷺ has said that the dreams are of three kinds. One, which are very frightening dreams. They are coming from Satan. So don't believe in them. Sometimes you see in your sleep that you are falling from a height and you cry. Even in your dream you cry. No, it is from Satan. Throw it. Say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Blow like this and turn your side. You would be lying on your left side. So turn to your right side. A man came to the Prophet ﷺ and said that I have seen that my head has been cut off and is running in front of me, and I am chasing my head. What is it? What it is? The Prophet said, this is shaitan. This is shaitan who got all these imaginations. Just leave it. Don't believe in them. So frightening dreams are from Satan. Second type of dreams are which are just a reflection of your day-to-day life. Whatever you have done the whole day, it will come towards you or in front of you in your sleep. For example, you are a trader. The whole day you did not sell anything. So you are so disappointed, frustrated that you are now asleep. Mashallah, in your sleep, so many people who have come to your shop and you are just selling them. Pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, mashallah, you are so happy. And for you children, this example, you were playing a soccer match, a football match. You did not make any goal at all, no goal at all, and you are so sad. But in your dream, mashallah, you are scoring goal after goal, goal after goal. Even if your mother is saying, oh, what happened to him, kicking so many times in the bed, because you are making goal now. So this is a reflection of your day-to-day life. You are a good reader for Quran. The whole day you read Quran. In your sleep you read Quran as well. Isn't that so? On the other hand, if you are a good singer, all the time you are singing. MashaAllah, in your bed you are not only singing, you are dancing as well. You are jumping in the bed as well. So these are the reflections of your day-to-day life. This is the hot pot of what we have been thinking. So it got no interpretation at all. The third, the dreams, true dreams from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to, because al-ghaib, or the revelation has come to an end. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has just left a small window open to peep into the future. And that is your dream. True dreams are the 46th part of Nubuwwah. Nubuwwah means to tell about something in the future. Sometimes it is very clear, the dream is very clear. Sometimes the dream is in a sign language. Sign language means that you have to give interpretation. The Prophet ﷺ seen before the battle of Uhud that so many cows have been slaughtered. And what was the interpretation of that? 70 of his Sahaba, they were martyred in the battle of Uhud. You need knowledge, perfect knowledge for the interpretation of the dream. So if you want interpretation of the dream, come to a person of knowledge. Like a man came to Ibn Sirin. Muhammad ibn Sirin is a tabi'i, is well known with the interpretation of the dreams. Now this man came to Muhammad ibn Sirin and said that I have seen in my dream that my 5 fingers are cut off. They fell down. And he was very worried. Why? Because he got 5 sons.
Oh.
He got 5 sons, so he was very worried. And Muhammad ibn Sirin said to him, man, you don't pray 5 times a day. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you. So he knew what is the good interpretation of the dream. So when you are asleep, you see something which is going to happen in the future, and that will come true to you. That will come true. And our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, asdaqukum ru'ya, asdaqukum haditha. The one who speaks always the truth, his dreams will be true as well. So try to be a true person, then you will have true dreams, good dreams as well. So what I am saying that this word tawaffa got 3 meanings. To take someone as a whole, and this is the meaning which is applied here. Ya Isa inni mutawaffika, or Isa, I am going to take you as a whole, in a body and soul. But if you believe that, it means that I am going to cause you die. All right. The Jews at that time, what they were expecting, what they were hoping, they want to kill him. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to make him die, what they wanted has happened. So they would be very happy for that. So that is not the meaning which is meant here. It means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, I will take you alive, I take you as a whole, body and soul. وَرَافِعُكَ إِلَيَّ, I will lift you up towards me. This is what is meant here. So once again we can say that maut or death, the opposite of death is what? maut, hayat. Yuhyi wa yumit. Yukhriju al-hayya min al-mayyit wa yukhriju al-mayyita min al-hayy. So the death of the word maut, opposite is hayat. It's hayat, opposite is not tawaffi. No, tawaffi is not its opposite at all. Understand this. So I have given you these three ayat. Now the people would say, but there is no ayah in Quran which say that he is going to descend. No ayah in Quran. Our answer to that is that there are at least three ayat. You can't understand them until you believe that he has to descend or he has to come again. You have to. Yani it implies that he is going to come. What are these three ayat? The first ayah of Surah Al Imran as well, where the angels have given good news to Maryam alayhi salam about Isa alayhi salam. And then he has said that this Isa, this child is يُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ فِي الْمَهْدِ وَكَهْلًا وَمِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. He is going to speak in the cradle, and when he is old, وَمِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ, and he would be among the good, virtuous people. Now the question is, speaking into the cradle, that is a miraculous thing. So, it is mentioned here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that something miraculous he is going to do. But to speak in the old age, that is not miraculous. Everybody in old age speaks, except only if he is a dumb person, he is not going to speak. So, why the word kahlan? The answer is because his kuhula, his old age is different from all other people. A man who was lifted alive 2000 years ago, because Isa alayhi salam was lifted alive when he was 33 years old. When his kuhula is going to begin? When he will come back once again. So his kuhula is totally different from other people. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said as a miracle that he is going to speak in the cradle, he is going to speak in his kuhula, in his old age as well. Just as an additional knowledge, there are three children who spoke into the cradle. Masih alayhi salam, Sahibu Juraid, the person who gave witness for Juraid, that is a long story. And the third, that boy who was in the lap of his mother, when in Yemen there was a story that those people who believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they were thrown into ditches of fire. And this woman was hesitant to jump into the fire, but the infant in her lap said, jump, and Allah is going to help you. So these are the three children who spoke into the cradle. The second ayah of Surah An-Nisa, 158. وَإِن مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ إِلَّا لَيُؤْمِنَنَّ بِهِ قَبْلَ مَوْتِهِ وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ يَكُونُ عَلَيْهِمْ شَهِيدًا. وَإِن مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ, every Ahl Kitab is going to believe in him. You see, just concentrate upon the pronoun of Dhamir. In him, la yu'minanna bihi qabla mawtihi, before his death. وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ يَكُونُ عَلَيْهِمْ شَهِيدًا, and on the day of judgment he would be a witness upon them. Every Ahlul Kitab is going to believe in him, in Isa alayhi salam, qabla mawtihi, before his death. Whose death? Now there are two interpretations. Some people would say that it means each Ahlul Kitab before his own death is going to believe in Isa alayhi salam, that he is not son of God, he is a messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It means that if a Jew or a Christian dies now, before his death, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make him realize what is the true faith. So, he would believe in him. The question is, what is the benefit of this type of Iman? That type of Iman was given to Fir'aun as well. When he was about to be drowned, he believed. And the Quran says that it did not benefit him. So this type of Iman is not going to benefit him. So we take the best meaning, which is each Ahlul Kitab is going to believe in him before the death of Isa alayhi salam. Before the death of Isa alayhi salam. So when he is going to die, in the first coming he did not die. So he would be coming once again. when he would come again, he has to fulfill some mission. After this mission of killing Dajjal, he would live for 40 years. He would marry. He would have children. He will go for Hajj or Umrah. He would die in Medina, and then he is going to be buried next to the grave of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, means during his second visit or second coming, Ahlul Kitab, those who remain there, they are going to believe in him. They are going to believe in him that he is a messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Third ayah of Surah Al-Zukhruf 61. وَإِنَّهُ لَعِلْمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ فَلَا تَمْتَرُنَّ بِهَا وَاتَّبِعُونَ هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ وَإِنَّهُ لَعِلْمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ. The whole passage is about Sayyidina Masih alayhi salam. Because in the ayah 57, it starts like this. وَلَمَّا ضُرِبَ ابْنُ مَرْيَمَ مَثَلًا إِذَا قَوْمُكَ مِنْهُ يَصِدُّونَ. Ibn Maryam, the example of Ibn Maryam. So this is about Isa alayhi salam. وَإِنَّهُ لَعِلْمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ. He is a knowledge for the last hour. It means when he comes, people will know that now as-sa'a, the last hour, is very near, because last hour is going to happen after he passes away. فَلَا تَمْتَرُنَّ بِهَا. So don't have any doubt, shak about this ayah or this sign. وَاتَّبِعُونَ. And follow me, and our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ. Now the other variation of this ayah is وَإِنَّهُ لَعَلَمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ. Alamun means alamatun. Alamatun means a sign. So the first is ilmun, which is a knowledge, and second is alamun, which is alama, means a sign for the last hour. Isa alayhi salam is a sign for last hour. How could he be a sign for last hour if he does not come before the last hour? So these three ayat are very clear about his second coming. Now we should not have any doubt about that, because a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam are very clear about that. First is the hadith of Bukhari and Muslim, and then there are other hadiths in the other collections of hadiths. So the first hadith, which is in Bukhari and Muslim, it says very clearly, Sayyidina Abu Huraira is the reporter, لَيُشِكَنَّ أَنْ يَنْزِلَ فِيكُمْ إِبْنُ مَرْيَمَ حَكَمًا عَدْلًا فَيَكْسِرُ السَّلِيبَ وَيَقْتُلُ الْخِنْزِيرَ وَيَضَعُ الْحَرْبَ وَيَفِيضُ الْمَالَ حَتَّى لَا يَقْبَلَهُ أَحَدٌ حَتَّى تَكُونَ السَّجْدَةُ الْوَاحِدَةُ خَيْرًا مِنَ الدُّنْيَا وَمَا فِيهَا. لَيُشِكَنَّ. It is very near that Ibn Maryam is going to descend among you. Descend among you. It does not say that he will be born once again. Like Mirza Ghulam Ahmadi used to say that, I am Messiah. They say, oh, you did not descend. He said, no, leave this descent. He would descend, hakaman, and he will come as a hakim, as a ruler, adlan, a just ruler. So he would rule. That is his dominance, that he is going to rule. And because all the Christians are going to believe in him, then there is no need for cross. This is why it says, فَيَكْسِرُ السَّلِيبَ, he is going to break the cross. There would be no more people to eat pork. So this is why it says, وَيَقْتُلُ الْخِنْزِيرِ, he is going to kill khinzir, or the pig. وَيَضَعُ الْحَرْبَ أو يَضَعُ الْجِزْيَةِ, he is going to abolish jizya. Jizya is taken from the non-Muslim living in a Muslim state. So if there are no non-Muslims, there is no need for jizya at all. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring all the barakah, such a barakah that wealth would be in abundance. People would want to give sadaqah to someone, they would not find anyone to give sadaqah at all. At that time, one sajda is better than the whole world and whatever in it. The other hadith, which is also in Bukhari and Muslim, كَيْفَ أَنْتُمْ إِذَا نَزَلَ ابْنُ مَرْيَمَ فِيكُمْ وَإِمَامُكُمْ مِنْكُمْ. How would you feel when Ibn Maryam would come, descend among you, and your Imam would be among you? So our Prophet ﷺ has given his description when he is going to come. How, what time, what place, and who is going to lead the prayer. So first of all, I don't go into all details of reading all these ahadiths, because I'm looking at the clock as well. and also all the big utensils of food. So it means that you must be waiting for that, and you would be thinking when this Shaykh is going to stop. So I don't want you to think in this way. So let me summarize it. That Sayyidina al-Masih alayhi salam would come clad in two yellowish sheets of cloth, placing his hands upon the wings of two angels. He will descend upon the minaret in the eastern part of Damascus. Even the minaret is given. Interestingly, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad was so clever that when he thought that, these people are saying he should come and descend upon the minaret, he said in Qadian, that is his place in India now, he said to the people, he asked for donations, and with that donations he made a minaret, and then he named it, that is the minaret of Masih, Manaratul Masih. You can Google it and find the picture of Manaratul Masih. Strange thing, that Messiah has come first, and then the minaret was made. So that minaret, he would come there, descend there, and that is the time of Fajr. People are about to pray Fajr prayer. And when they see Sayyidina Masih alayhi salam, they would say, welcome, welcome, come and lead us in the prayer. You see, he is a guest coming like our respected Imam. MashaAllah, what's your name, brother?
Abdul Haq.
Abdul Haq. Abdul Haq asked me, can we lead the prayer, because just I am a guest here. But I said, you have to pray complete prayer. I am as a traveler, I am going to shorten the prayer. So better to complete the prayer. So Al-Masih alayhi salam is there, and they are asking him, please lead us in the prayer. Now Masih could have led the prayer, but he wanted to prove to them that he is now a follower of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He said to them, no, I am going to pray behind your Imam. Wa imamukum minkum, your Imam is from among you. So he would pray behind the Imam of the Muslims, and that Imam is most probably, he was Al-Mahdi. Al-Mahdi. That Al-Mahdi, that Caliph who is going to appear by the end of the time as well. So, Masih alayhi salam is there. Then there would be the rumors that the impostor, someone is claiming that he is Messiah. Now he is Messiah. Someone is now claiming that he is Messiah and he has come to Palestine. That was Dajjal, the impostor Messiah, who would be followed by 70,000 Jews of Isfahan, which is now in Iran. And this is how Sayyidina al-Masih alayhi salam with all his followers will go to Palestine. And in that Palestine, in that country, would be that battle between the real Messiah, al-Masih alayhi salam, and the impostor Messiah, ad-Dajjal. Where he is going to kill him? Even the place is mentioned in the hadith, that al-Messiah is going to kill him at Lud. Al-Lud. Lud is Lord. Lord, which is Lord Airport. What is the airport of Tel Aviv? Lord Airport. And now this big battle, which is known in Bible as Armageddon, and in Arabic Al-Malhamatul Kubra, that is mentioned. So this battle is going to happen. Now one interesting thing is that in our ahadith literature, it says that when this battle is going to happen, the Jews in those days, if someone wants to hide behind a tree or behind a rock, even the tree would speak out to a Messiah and his followers, to a real Messiah. Look behind me, huh? There is someone hiding behind me. So every tree is going to reveal the hidden person behind him, except for one tree. One tree is the tree of Yahud. That is not going to reveal. That is going to protect them. This is called Gharqad. Gharqad. Gharqad is a tree like a bush. The cemetery in Al-Madinah is called Baqi'ul Gharqad. Baqi'ul Gharqad. Baqi of the bush tree. So that tree is there as well in Al-Madinah. Now the interesting thing is that because in our hadith literature it says that Gharqad is going to protect them, Now in present days Israel, they started planting gharqad everywhere from Lub to Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, to Jerusalem. They are planting it. So the reason is, question is why they are doing it. Why they are doing it. So it means that they knew by heart that what Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said about us, that is true. So this tree is our tree that is going to protect us. Anyhow, so Sayyidina Al-Masih al-Islam is the one who is going to kill impostor Dajjal at Lut. And after that, as we have said, that all Ahlul Kitab, they would believe in Isa alayhi salam. And this is how he is going to live then for 40 years. And then there would be barakah in everything. And during that time, another event would happen, and that is the event of Yajuj and Majuj, Gog and Magog. They are going to come once again. They have been blocked. In the history in Surah Al-Kahf, you are going to read that they have been blocked. But by that time, they will come once again. Hatta idha futihat Yajuj wa Majuj wa hum min kulli hadabin yansilun, in Surah Al-Anbiya. When Yajuj and Majuj are going to be opened once again, from each and every height they would be coming. They would come from east. From east, that is another topic which I have dealt with in a whole lecture, that who are Yajuj and Majuj. And what does the story of Zulqarnain mean when he blocked them? Is a long lecture. Anyhow, these Yajuj and Majuj would be coming from the far east until they reach Palestine. There would be this lake Tiberias. Lake Tiberias, which is connected to River Jordan. They say that the first part of Gog and Magog are going to drink from the water of Lake Tiberias. They were in such a great number. When the last part of Yajuj and Majuj would reach that place, there would be no water at all. It would be just dry land, and people would say there used to be a lake, Lake Tiberias. So there would be such a great number, and they are going to do fasad, they are going to plunder, they are going to kill. So this is why Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam would say to his believer, let us go to Mount Tur in Sinai. So he would go with his followers to Mount Tur. He would stay there. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to place deaths upon Yajuj and Majuj. They will die, and they will fill the land with their corpses. And then Isa alayhi salam would pray, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clean the earth from this stinking smell which was coming from their corpses. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would send birds of a very big nature, very big, you can say, stature. These birds will take their bodies, their dead bodies, and throw them into the ocean. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring the rain down, and with rain the earth would be cleaned. And then our Prophet Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam would come down from Mount Tur, and this is how, that is the end of his lifetime. He would go to Medina, as I said to you, and there he is going to die. So all what we wanted to say in this speech is that the second coming of Isa alayhi salam is true, is prophesied, is going to happen, and there are clear proofs for that. And this is what we believe, and this is only to establish the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the belief of the Muslims. And I just end with this, you can say, anecdote, a real event which happened to me. I used to go to visit one of the prison in London, the biggest one. Now I'm started forgetting the name. The prison of that London prison. No, the other one in Shepherd Bush. Wormwood Scrub. Wormwood Scrub prison. So I used to go there to lead Jummah to the Muslim inmates for 18 years. For 18 years in my early days here in this country. And if any person wants to change his religion because he is in the prison, he can't do it in straightforward way, he has to fill a form which he has to give to his priest or his rabbi. And he is going to sanction it, approve it, and then it will go to that religion to which he wants to convert. And if he wants to convert to Islam, then he would come to me and I will sanction it, that yes, I welcome him. And then it will go to the governor and he would stamp it, yes, change his faith to Islam or to Christianity or to Judaism. Throughout my 18 years of going there, I never witnessed any person turning away from Islam except for one case. Most of the cases were that people wanted to enter into Islam, and I have to fill the form and accept them as a Muslim. Once I got a form from a Palestinian wants to become a Roman Catholic. I said, what? Huh? First time I can see such a form. And this was the person that was in early 70s when he, what happened that there was a bus coming from Heathrow full of Israeli tourists, and he wanted to blow it off, that bus. So this is how he was taken to the prison for a life sentence. Of course, he was not successful, but he was taken to the prison. So he was serving a life sentence. So this person used to come to my gathering in prayer, and then he became cut off, and then I got his form that he wants to turn into Christian. I thought that, should I stamp this form and allow him to turn into a Christian? That would be a testimony from me. So I was very worried. So I said, let me visit him. So I visited him in the cell. And I said to me, Ya Fahad, huh? You really want to be a Christian? So he said, yes. Why? And then I knew that it might be a motive for him. He might have thought that by turning into Christian, he could have a way out easily from that imprisonment. Maybe that reason. So I started talking to him until I said to him, Fahad, tell me, do you believe that gods are three? And he said, no, Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid, walam yulad, walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Qultu alhamdulillah, bas. Now I can say that this man believes in the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that was a way out for me, a relief for me as well. A relief for me. And alhamdulillah, this man stayed upon faith, and I have visited him once again in a prison, in an open prison in Gloucester, where he was still there, but he was allowed to be in an open prison. So we end up with this belief of the Muslims, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدْ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us on this faith. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us live on this faith and die on this faith. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.